Members attached to the South African Police Service Soweto K9 Unit seized a large quantity of medication during a drug raid conducted in Zola 3, Soweto on Thursday, 11 June 2026. The operation was carried out following information received regarding alleged drug dealing activities at a residence in the area. Upon arrival, the suspects reportedly released vicious dogs and fled the scene. Police members subsequently gained access to the premises and conducted a search during the operation. Various medicines suspected to have been intended for illegal distribution were found, abandoned, and seized. The recovered items included boxes and bottles of steel pain syrup, Panagon syrup, Astrapain syrup, Bonclear syrup, Fenorant syrup, as well as containers of Malin's tablets. No arrests have been made at this stage. Police are searching for the suspects and investigations are continuing. Emveni kokuba ngiqaqa idishi ezazisonyaweni nezazisekhanda emveni kokuthola ingozi, ngabe sengiyaphuma ngiyohlala nabanye abafowethu engangibajwayele. Uma sihleli nabo base bethenga udrink lo, bathela iglass, bathelela mina. Base bekhipha umuthi angukuthi angutholanga ithuba lokuwufunda ukuthi muthi bani. Bakhipha lo muthi wawusheka, bawuthi qhu wonke kulesigubhu sika-2 litha basivala. Manje sengiyazi ukuthi lezi gubhu ey'tholakalayo nale mithi etholakalayo isidakamizwa. Bengingazi ekuqaleni ukuthi le mithi etholakalayo le ibuye ibe isidakamizwa. Ngabona ngaleli langa sebeyithela kwi-drink leyo, bayivala, bayikhuxuza, ngabona ukuthi hey konakele la emhlabeni. Uma labantu bezokwazi ukuphuza lento le, angazi-ke ukuthi yayizobadaka babe njani. Kodwa nje ngazizwa ngingasekho comfortable nale drink ababengithelele yona, ngayiphuza ngoba phela basebeyithelile futhi neglass ngangiyibonile ukuthi clean. Kodwa nje angizange ngikhululeke. Asazi-ke ukuthi le mithi yenzani kahle kahle, kodwa sengiyazi ukuthi ikhona imithi eyizidakamizwa, futhi ukuthi ubani otshela abantu ukuthi uma ngase bawuthela edrinkini le mithi izokwazi ukubadaka, angazi. Uma sidlulela phambili, osukwini la izolo sikhulumile kakhulu ngodaba oluthinta immigration. Ngaze ngathi asilali lo baba okuthiwa uZolani Simayi asiphe umlando. Kune video yakhe futhi engidibane nayo, ngifisa ukukucaphunela yena ngoba inhloso yami ukuthi le video ingabi yinde. Ngifisa ukukucaphunela yena emveni kokuba esekhulumile yena ngazokhuluma ngakho, ebese siyaphuma kuye siya kuJacinta bese siyayivala le video. Ngicela uzwe la.
There's a report, it's called the Lubisi report, because the chairperson of that committee was Dr. Lubisi. And one of the commissioners in that commission was none other than Advocate Sesibaloyi SC. So they investigated the issue of fraud within the system of immigration. This is what they discovered. And I said, I'm going to give you this evidence. Go check it. It's the Lubisi report. You can Google it. It's there. Just Google Dr. Lubisi report and then say, Home Affairs or fraudulent visas. You will find it. Now, they found out, during the time they were investigation, they found out there were 36,647 visas that had fraudulent documents attached. 36,647. Now, they list country by country where these citizens belong to. with fraudulent documents in their visas, but they were approved. Hello, what did I say? 36,647 with fraudulent documents, but they were approved. We start. I'm just going to be quick. You can go to the Lubisi report. Nigeria is topping the list with, out of the 36,000, Nigeria had 12,177 applications with fraudulent documents, followed by Pakistan on 5,066 applications, followed by Bangladesh, 4,242, followed by India, 2,610, followed by, this is very interesting, Minister Lamula, followed by the embassies in the country, 1,687. Now, this report was submitted some years ago. What did they do? Government. Did they fix this? Now, they are acting like they are urgent. No, it's not urgent. It's reactionary. You are seeing the crisis. You are reacting to the crisis. That's being reactionary. Reactionary leadership. The embassies, 1,687. From Zimbabwe, 1,467. Surprising. Ghana, 1,296. I always thought Ghanaians are innocent until I got to learn out of the 300 Ghanaians who were expatriated or taken away from, only 30 were legal. I got surprised that, oh, so Ghanaians are also that corrupt. So Ghana, 1,296. Chinese, or from China, 1,246. We must go to the Chinese malls. Go to Chinatowns. You shall find there people who are owning those shops or some who are working in those shops had those fraudulently obtained visas. So it's not only Africans, Chinese, Pakistan or Pakistani citizens, Bangladeshi citizens. So Chinese, we say 1,246. The DRC, 990. Ethiopia, 898. Cameroon, 830. Senegal, 633. Egypt, 562. Uganda, 450. Kenya, 228. Algeria, 224. Malawi, 206. Angola, 162. Tanzania, 122. Somalia, 104. Gabon, 89. Making a total of 35,289. But the report says the total of all fraudulent applications detected were 36,647. I don't know where the rest come from, because there's a difference between 35,289, the ones I've listed, versus the total, which is 36,647. That's the Lubisi report. Right? Let me leave it here so that you know we talk facts. We talk from evidence. This is where they picked up the fraudulent visa of Bushiri. It's in that Lubisi report that his visa was fraudulent or was fraudulently obtained. But I don't want to get deep into the Bushiri one. Only recently or last year, the SIU made another discovery at Home Affairs with fraudulent visas and still mentions Bushiri's fraudulent visa. So it means since the report, there hasn't been much improvement. If SIU can still pick up things. So you see the problem is the holistic immigration system. It needs an overhaul. Thank you.
Yingakho uPresident Cyril Ramaphosa mayememezela ukuthi uqoke i-Judicial Commission of Inquiry ezophenya ama-allegations ashiwo uGeneral Mkhwanazi ngomhla ka-6 kuJulayi. Lokho ayekumemezela ngomhla ka-13 kuJulayi. Abantu abaningi including ama-political party njengo-EFF bavela bathi kudala kuba nama-commission of inquiry. Lawo ma-commission eze nama-findings akhipha ama-recommendations kodwa kungenziwa lutho. Ubufakazi bakhona yibo lobu. Yaba khona i-commission eyayibheke indaba zama-fraudulent documents ukuze kwazi ukuliwa nalesimo phela sese-immigration, ngoba kunabantu okuzovela ukuthi ba-documented kanti cha bawathola nge-fraud. Uma ungahlangana naye manje uzokukhiphela into zakhe zonke futhi uma ubheka zikufanele, kodwa uhulumeni wethu akazange enze lutho. Yingakho ethi le nkinga le uhulumeni manje uyayimaneja ngenxa yesimo kodwa akayilungisi ngoba into abayaziyo. Kuhlungu-ke lento esiyikhulumayo namhlanje, ibuhlungu ngoba uhulumeni wethu uthi u-government is doing everything angasayikhona. Wenza ngoba kunengcindezi. Ingakho izolo siqale sathola umlando ukuthi sukaphi. Soka kwi-era ka-President uThabo Mbeki, kweza ku-era ka-President uJacob Zuma, namhlanje saqhubeka i-ZEP phansi kwa-President uCyril Ramaphosa. Kodwa zonke lezi inkinga zilungiseki. Yingakho ethe inkinga yethu we have a leadership problem. Iyona inkinga ekhona nje ukuthi we have a leadership problem. Caphune nangumakoti wakaZuma okuJacinta Ngobese Zuma, siza ukuthi uthini yena emveni kwalapho siyivale le video. Ungaba yimember le channel iqala ku-R40 ngenyanga ukuya phezulu, futhi ungasidonatela noma ngamalini. Khona i-account kwi-comment ephiniwe. Ungakhohlwa ucomment, ushare, ulike.
And in your mind, in your perception, March and March is everyone and everything that is going in the country that is anti-illegal immigration. March and March is an organization, it's a movement, like all other movements that exist in the country. Now, when a movement exists, it has certain objectives that it wishes to achieve. Our main objective came from the rise in illegal immigration and the crimes that were committed by foreign nationals in this country. And a lot of South Africans were faced with the reality that they were being pushed back and made second in their own country. From the messages, the emails, the calls that we have received, that we sit with every single day, it is not fair for South Africans to not get jobs because foreign nationals are replacing them as cheap labor in their own country. It is not fair for South Africans to not find a school in this country for their children because foreign nationals are coming into the country because their governments are not doing what they're supposed to do. It is not fair for South Africans to suffer and not get into hospitals and not get beds and give birth on the floor because foreign nationals are leaving their countries in a mess to come and live in South Africa because automatically when you come into South Africa, you become victims. Nobody does not understand your plight. We understand you've got a government that's not catering for you. But we have a government that we vote for every single 4 years, that we put into power because we want that government to serve us. We don't stand in queues to vote there because we think, oh, Malawi has problems and Malawians are going to come here and they're going to need hospitals and beds. When the budget comes out every single year, that budget is for South Africans. And you know how migration works. If you are all being honest with yourselves, whether you're South African or not, migration works in two ways. It's either you come into a country because there's an availability for you to be in that country. You don't wake up in the morning and say, I don't have a job, I'm going to look for it in South Africa. That's not migration. Because migration says in South Africa, there are 500 jobs that are available. And there are no South Africans that are available to take these jobs. Therefore, let us look outside. then people come into that country to occupy those jobs. That's why when migrants come into a country, they are well received, because we know you are coming to provide us with something we do not have as a country. You are not coming to replace us, as is currently happening in South Africa. And second to that, when you come in as a refugee or an asylum seeker, you don't come into a country because you want to own a tuck shop. You don't come into a country because you feel like you deserve to be in a sad story more than South Africans. How many South Africans are living in shacks today? But we must forget about all those South Africans and focus on migrants because their government failed them. Where do migrants go to their countries and tell their government to their face that you owe us? You live in democratic countries, most of you, but you don't go and face your government and tell them that we are in a democracy, meaning you are owing us as citizens of this country services. You don't owe yourself a private jet. You don't owe your children a fancy life to go to LV and Gucci and all of that. Who is supposed to go and fight in your country for you? When South Africans died in thousands for this country to be where it is, it wasn't easy. Blood was shed for this country to be where it is. Blood was shed. Men, women of all African kinds, even other races joined in the fight for liberation of this country. We have not even enjoyed that for 10 years, guys, and you are here fighting us for beds, fighting us for schools, fighting us for the bare minimum that we don't have. Because if you're being honest with yourself, you don't go to Mhlanga and fight white people there to live in their residence. You don't go to their hospitals, do you? You go to the very poor neighborhoods where people are already struggling to fight for the very little that they have. How do we not deserve the things that we have right now? Do we not deserve them? If the United Nations and all these NPOs and NGOs want to help you, they can help you in your country, Moss. They can build schools there, they can build hospitals there. Why must everyone want to come to South Africa and be a refugee and be an asylum seeker? We are also refugees in our own country now. And you are angry at March and March for standing up for South African children who don't have a space in their own schools, in their own country, who don't have a bed in their own hospital, in their own country. If you were to have a problem in this country today and Trump was to come in and bomb South Africa, you would run back to your country. We don't have that option. We don't have that option to run to another country. This is our only country. And it needs to work for us. This is not about you. Some of you are making this about yourselves. Oh, I'm sad. Oh, I'm poor. Oh, my government did me wrong. We don't care about you and your sad stories. We care about us and our survival and our children having a future. You can't be in jobs. In jobs, we don't have spaces in jobs. It's the foreigners. Because the minute we say something, you jump to call us xenophobic. None of you are calling what is happening in Ireland right now xenophobic. Not even one of you. Because Irish people deserve to have a good life in their own country. We don't. And the worst thing that the community does for these people is to make them seem like they are victims. Nobody is a victim when they've got a country and a government that they must fight. African countries must unite. If we as South Africans need to speak up about your plight in Malawi, we will do that with happiness in our hearts. Because your government owes you. If Zimbabwe has a problem, we as South Africans must be united with you and fight your government with you. But not when you are our enemies coming here telling us that you're not leaving our country. You are fighting us, you're bringing crime, you're bringing babies, and you're bringing... No, guys.
That's too much.
No, it's not too much. No, Cardinal, it's not too much. It's not too much, Cardinal, because when you are sharing your reality, I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt. That was your reality. You can't tell me I'm wrong for the reality that South Africans are facing. That is not fair. Because you want to sugarcoat everything, and that's why we find ourselves with this problem. You can't, Cardinal, you can't. You cannot make everyone who's a refugee poor. Not everyone is poor. Some of them come here with bad intentions. And that's the truth. That's the truth. We didn't end up with the statistics of 60% undocumented migrants are committing crime in this country by mistake, Cardinal. It's because they come here And you automatically make them victims, and that's not fair.
Sorry, Sissy, when did I ever say somebody was a victim?
No, I'm not saying you're saying
You're
that. I'm
saying
saying, no, Cardinal, you are trying to stop me from sharing the reality of what South Africans are going through. And every time we have these platforms, we have to automatically pay the second best, because if we don't, we become the bad people. No, Cardinal, South African children deserve a right too. I'm done. Thank you so much.
Bona uJacinta uyasazi isitori sakhe. Makhulunywa njengomuntu oyazi into ayimele. Uyazi ukuthi March and March imeleni, erepresenta ini, ifuna ini, yini engayifuni, ihambelana nani nengihambelani nayo. Hayi ngimshayela ihlombe. Makoti wakwaZuma. Tengikhathaza nje ukuthi uyakhuluma Nkosi yami. Mkhwena wakhe ya kodwa vele kuyakube kuhle makunje kube vice versa. Mkhwena angakhulumi kakhulu. Khulume lo owesifazane yedwa. Uma sebekhuluma bobabili kuzogcina konakala ngoba bazokhuluma kanye bese kuba khona okhuluma nangezandla. Manje kungcono umunye mangabe phansi lo munye abocevuzile. Akibambe le video. Mina nawe sidibane kwi video elandelayo ngiyabonga.